Hello everybody, Mckenzie here. This week on my channel is all about trust. And of course, Sundays are about gratitude, appreciation, and giving back. I want to talk today about how trust is related to being able to give of ourselves. How trust is related to being able to give back. So there are 5 key areas I want to take a look at. But first I want to talk a little bit about the relationship. So trust. If you want or are trying to give something away, there's one thing you have to do. And you have to trust in the abundance of the world. You have to believe that there's enough to go around for everybody and that what you give away, you're going to get back. It may not be in the exact same form, but you're going to get it back in a way that is fulfilling and meaningful to you. And I think a lot of us live from a place of scarcity, where we think what we give away isn't going to come back. And so we tend to hoard what we have. Or we're fearful instead of coming from a place of courageousness and fearlessness. All right, so the 5 key areas that I think are important here. The first one is to get grateful in your life. In order to see abundance and trust that there's abundance in the world, we have to see where the abundance is in our own lives. And one way to do that is to get grateful. Think about and be thankful for the things that you have in your life, the things that are important to you and have meaning for you. So, it could be your family, it could be your job, it could be just that you got up this morning and were breathing. Sometimes we have to start that small. But if you're looking in your life for where you have abundance, you're going to see abundance around you. And you'll stop living from a place of scarcity. It'll be easier for you to give of what you have, to give of yourself. The second area that I think is important to look at is love and appreciation. A lot of times, and I've worked with couples numerous times where they want the same things, but they're coming at it from different perspectives and they just can't seem to get together on anything. And what happens is, instead of looking for our commonalities, we're setting ourselves apart by our differences. Or maybe we've been hurt in the past. And so it's hard for us to trust that what we put into a relationship is going to come back to us. And my recommendation for you is, if you want to live a more fulfilled and happier life, is to get vulnerable with the people around you. You can't live in fear that giving them love is going to take something away from you. You have to learn to set good boundaries and be responsible to protect yourself, but you want to be able to give freely of who you are and give freely of your love, because I think love is one of the easiest things to come back to us. And when we give of it freely, it comes back freely to us. And I know that I spend a lot of time putting love out there in the world, and I get so much of it back. My life is so filled with love and amazing relationships. And I want the same thing for you. So figure out how to live from a more vulnerable place and know that what you give away in the area of love is going to come back to you. So the third thing is our resources, or our material possessions. This is a hard one for a lot of people. I think we put a lot of weight into what it is we own and the things that we have. And I have very little attachment to anything material. Honestly, everything that I own will fit into my vehicle. I have pretty much 10 boxes, maybe at the most 12 boxes of belongings. So everything would fit into my vehicle. I have very little attachment to material possessions, and I do that on purpose because I want that kind of a simple lifestyle. I don't want to be tied to what I have. I want the freedom to pick up and move and do the things that I want to do in my life. I don't want to be tied to what I'm purchasing and what I have. So think about that in your own life. How can you understand that there's an abundance in the world and that what you own doesn't define you? Give away some of your stuff. make it a habit that as you bring something new into your world, you let go of something else. So instead of upsizing, you're staying even level. That's a great place to start. Maybe eventually you're going to want to downsize and get rid of some things. But at first, just how, if you bring in something, make a commitment to yourself that you're going to let something go. You're going to push something out so that you're not creating a life that's made up of material possessions. The fourth thing is your time. And this can be very difficult for a lot of us. How many of us see a shortage of time? Think there's not enough time to do the things we want to do. There's not enough time to spend with the people we want to spend it with. I say that, but then I think, how much time do we spend every day watching TV or on our cell phones or playing video games? We spend a lot of time interacting with technology that doesn't interact back with us. Your TV doesn't care if you're sitting there watching it. It isn't going to be upset if you shut it off. Your cell phone isn't going to care if you're not paying attention to it when it dings that you have a text message. A more valuable way to spend that time is to give that time to other people, to create meaningful experiences in your life. Go out there and live the life you want to live. Instead of making excuses of not having enough time, create that time. Make that time in your life. The most successful people in the world, you will almost never hear them say they don't have enough time because they prioritize where it is they put their time. And being able to give that away and understanding that there is enough time in the world for you to get done the things that are important to you. The fifth area I want to talk about is money. A lot of us hoard money. I know most of my adult life I thought, well, I don't make enough money. Somebody said to tithe 10%, and I thought 10%, how am I going to give that away when I can barely pay my own bills? But I think the idea of giving, it makes us into a different person. It turns us into a different person. We are a person of gratitude, and we're helping out people that are less fortunate. So we're seeing that we have something to give away, that we have more than somebody else. And I would imagine there's a huge sense of pride in giving away what we have to somebody who needs it more than us. That's what I'm going to do today. Because I grew up, I didn't really volunteer or give of money. That's something that has been on my mind for a lot of years and something I've wanted to start doing. But what do I always say on this channel? Taking the first step is sometimes the hardest. So today I'm going to start with donating some money. And I've picked out a shelter here in Las Vegas. I'm going to give them a call. I'm going to see if they would prefer that I bring over a check or if they would prefer that I stop and bring over some sort of goods. I know a lot of times shelters need personal items and those kind of things. So I'm going to see what they need so that what I'm bringing over there is of the most use to them. All right, so I got on their website. I took a look at items that they are going to need. As a matter of fact, I printed the list out. And I'm going to head over right now to Target. I'm going to pick up some of these items and bring it right over to the shelter. So why don't you come along with me? Cool, that's a done deal. Delivered. What a great experience that was. I hope this week you'll take some time and trust in the abundance of the world around you. And that's why you don't have spectators when you're filming. Such a turd. What a great experience that was. It's so nice to be able to give a little of what I have to somebody who needs it. I hope this week you'll take some time and trust in the abundance of the world around us, and that you'll give a little of yourself, whether it be your time or your money or your resources or even your love. Take a few minutes if you do something this week and share in the comments below. I would love to hear what you have going on. Again, my name is Mckenzie Hageland. I hope that you will check back in tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is going to be all about trust and you learning to trust yourself. If you've enjoyed today's video, I just ask that you click on the like button down below. Better yet, subscribe to my channel. I would love to walk this journey of change alongside of you. Thank you.